Hello to the Weekly Flip Podcast. I'm of course your host, Rafi. I'm here with the fantastic David.
Hello!
And the astonishing Seth. And today is our 100th episode.
Yeah!
We made it. Woo!
Surprisingly.
The world didn't end.
They say when a podcast reaches 100 and it only has 12 viewers. No.
An angel gets its wings. Now, I haven't really decided on how to do this yet, but when we get to the next episode, should it be Weekly Flip Volume 2, Number 1?
Yeah.
Yeah?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah.
Can't go over 100?
Yeah.
Since we're average men with average
No.
jobs.
It should be Weekly Flip Rebirth.
See, when the Combo Buffet took a break and we came back, I labeled it the Combo Buffet Volume 2. So, I feel like that's very appropriate. That way if people do become entry-level listeners, they won't be like, oh, 101, I gotta go back and listen to everything else. Which, of all the shows we do, this is, I think, the least, like, re-listenable, because the news just comes and passes as it goes. But no, luckily a lot of news came out. I would be really upset if for the 100th episode,
Yeah, it was just like
dirt happened.
yeah. It's just like
literally nothing.
Like, oh.
only made a new hero.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, we're gonna do a weekly giveaway.
I don't know. Owen
for 100
Wilson's
episodes.
voicing Magneto. I don't know. Like, just little
Michael
shit.
Assbender.
Michael Assbender.
Michael Assbender.
Because he bends the ass.
Dude, bend a dick cummy snatcher. I love making fun of his name so much.
What a gentleman he is.
He is.
All that reserve.
I wonder if he knows you, like, shit talking.
he
He
has
has
to
to. He has
Watch
to.
he be unaware of it, and he, like, goes online.
He's like, what is a meme?
What?
You poor man.
Who
His
is this
face looks like a
bent...
fucking alien half the time.
Who is this bent dick cummy snatcher?
That's
Why
not
does he
me.
look like me?
That's not me. This
What?
man stole my
I don't
identity.
snatch them.
Snatch dummies. Ew.
He's like all insulted.
He
Has
would.
to change his name.
So, we'll start with the first piece of news, which I put on here just because it's me. So, a few weeks ago we talked about a event that was coming to the Power Ranger comics from Boom Studios called Shattered Grid. An event in which an evil alternate future version of Tommy Oliver called Lord Draken is going to be recruiting Rangers from across time and space to join him and basically take over the multiverse. So it's Spider-Verse, but with Power Rangers.
Okay.
With an evil Green Ranger, which is cool. What's cool about it is that Boom Studios actually made a live-action trailer for this comic book event.
Oh, it's rad.
Yeah, I put it up on the Facebook. I'm going to give this a pause so we can watch it, and then we'll talk about it. Again, go to the Facebook if you haven't seen this. It's really cool. Give me a minute. So that was cool.
Neat.
That was cool. I wish more companies would do trailers for comic books in, like, live action. Obviously, if you couldn't tell, that was the guy that played Tommy back in the 90s,
Yeah.
Jason David Frank. He'll do anything. He loves the franchise that much. If you go to a con and you're like, hey, can you, like, almost hit me with your moves? He'll do some moves at you.
You like just fuck my shit up.
Yeah, he just beat the shit out. I love for one thing, like, they have one set for that, and it looks great with all the Fallen Ranger weapons and, like, you saw one, like, a Yellow Ranger, like, operative, which, again, is taken from that Boom Studios Power Ranger run, where Tommy turns the Rangers into, like, militaries to watch over the Earth. I love, what is it?
I like the green fog that was, like, showing, like, different...
Yeah, like, his, like, world screens. That was really cool. I love the bit where he's like, they could have been gods. Because, like, for me, it's like, I've seen a fan trailer someone made of, like, a rated R Power Rangers, and I didn't like it, because it was just like, oh, we throw some curse words in there, we have some straight up murder, we make it darker and gritty, and now that makes it an adult Power Ranger. I'm like, no, it really doesn't. Cause
not
you're not
gonna lie, though,
yeah.
like, that trailer, with it being ominous and stuff like that,
yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, it looks like a mature Power Rangers. You don't need to...
You don't need to do, like, really bad indie trailers for franchises that don't need it.
You don't need to grit it up to make it more mature. Just the line of, they could have been gods. Because that's never a factor they put into the Power Rangers at all. Where it's like, yeah, they're the only...
Potential.
Yeah, aside from, like, a few Kamen Riders and the Turtles, like, there's no heroes in the Power Ranger universe that could beat them. And the other thing that really bothers me about this trailer, though...
Yeah?
Not, like, in a way that insults me, but, like, you guys didn't see the Power Ranger movie from, like, a year ago, right?
Well,
You did?
Oh, no, I didn't see it.
Yeah. Why is it this, like, 4-minute trailer has me more like hype and excited than that whole hour-long movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
I
Because
don't know.
even if you don't know Power Rangers that well, even if you're just entry-level surface, you're still like, okay, this is different.
Yeah.
This isn't the typical Power Ranger stuff.
This is my Saturday morning cartoon.
Yeah, it's not Saturday morning anymore, guys. That's like the
Monday night.
That should be the tagline. Like, it's not Saturday morning anymore. Oh shit! And yeah, the Lord Drakkon suit is freaking awesome.
So I wasn't really too keen on the names. I thought you said it was the Green Power Ranger.
It's a mix. The Green Power Ranger in this alternate future doesn't leave Rita Repulsa's side, but he still gets the White Ranger power, and so that costume is a mix of the white and green power.
Them combined. Okay.
Yeah, and the red visor is just
so
look cool.
like, this doesn't look like the Green Ranger.
He's not green.
He's not green. He
You
white.
lied to me.
You lied. You liar.
You lying whore.
You whore.
David, I'm sorry.
Danny DeVito as a Power Ranger villain.
He could be like an old version of Bulk.
Oh jeez.
It really could be.
And then the guy that played Harv in Home Alone could be old Skull.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. It's your Bulk and Skull. Because I'm pretty sure Joe Pesci wouldn't be Bulk.
Keep scheming, you stinking street rat.
Yeah, that'd be great. God, I wish this was a thing instead of just being a trailer.
Mm-hmm.
I want like a 13-episode Netflix series on this character.
Just Power Rangers.
Yeah, just the world where Tommy's still an asshole and he just takes over the world. Be great. But yeah,
That's the name of the series right there. Tommy's still an asshole.
Tommy's still an asshole. A Power
Tommy
Rangers
is still
story.
Self-titled.
That's pretty great. What's also great about this world is that he didn't have to go through the events of Turbo, because Power Rangers Turbo sucked. That was the one with the pizza monster, David?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's a good one. Let's see. Speaking of things that should be happening but aren't.
Yeah.
So a while ago we talked about how FX and Donald Glover were making a Deadpool animated series.
Uh-huh.
And
Oh.
it's over.
Uh-huh.
Due to...
Another promise not
Let me guess.
delivered.
Yeah.
Creative differences.
Yeah.
Hey!
I guess Donald Glover and FX didn't agree on stuff. Which sucks, because Deadpool is a character that lends himself for an animated show.
He really does.
Like imagine having that prime time of like, does Bob's Burgers, is that on FX too?
No, that's a Fox show, I think.
Okay, because I was just thinking like, as far as the time zone, you do like Archer, then the new Deadpool animated series, then like some other show you have on there.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of funny if Deadpool crosses into their shows as well.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. He'd totally do that.
No, you know how they do the like the time cards on the bottom that's like coming up at 8?
Oh yeah.
Something like that. Their time card would just be Deadpool walking across the screen being like, hey!
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
Next.
Pay attention to me. Don't look at him, look at me. That would have been great. But that's really too bad. Hopefully someone else picks this up.
Uh-huh.
I'd love it if Donnie went to some other, like Adult Swim or something. That'd be fine.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Speaking of things that are happening but really shouldn't, the X-Men Dark Phoenix movie and the New Mutants movie are being pushed. Like their dates are being pushed.
Okay.
Which didn't really surprise anyone. Let's see. Originally, the new X-Men was going to come out on November 2nd. Now it's coming out February 14th of 2019.
Okay.
And then New Mutants was originally going to be on April 13th, and then it got pushed to February 22nd.
Uh-huh.
I think its original date was, I think, somewhere in October, but they pushed it right. So one movie's already been pushed twice, and then Dark Phoenix got pushed once.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, I mean, there's not much you can really infer from that other than, like, maybe they're making way for, like, whatever other movies come out so they don't have to compete.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a common thing. I know Marvel usually sets its dates around the same time. Maybe Fox or WB are doing a movie.
Mm-hmm.
That way, one of them will move. It's like a power play to be like, look, we're putting a movie here because we're confident that people are going to see our movie instead of yours, unless we feel like backing out and like pushing the
I
film.
wonder if that's like a metric, like, you know, families only see, like, one movie.
Yeah, right? Because I feel like
it's just based on how good the movie is and, like,
Yeah.
the studio that's backing it.
I also
kinda
feel like
like-
most people are going to see both anyway.
I feel as though it's how they deliver their movie, like trailer-wise.
Yeah.
Like
Well, it's an opening date thing too, because obviously,
advertisements.
yeah, because like Black Panther made more money on its opening date than I think Avengers did in total.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's definitely a factor in there
What
too.
what
Really?
movie just beat Black Panther?
I think it was
Which one I
Pacific
wanted
Rim
to
2.
Yes, that's what it is.
Pacific Rim 2, yeah.
Oh, that was a really good movie.
Pacific Rim 2, Rim Harder.
Rim harder.
Rim
Pacific Harder.
rolled.
Rim rolled.
You go to see and it's just the Rick roll. Damn it, he got me again.
No, the Gypsy Avenger just stops. Has a giant boombox. Plays. Never gonna give you up.
I'm gonna fucking dancing like the Megazord at the end of the...
Watch me do the robot, because that's an obligatory joke. Let's see, with other movie news here. So writer Zach Penn, who wrote, he wrote a little bit of Avengers. I think he might have written Pacific Rim 2 or something else. I think he might have written Ready Player One, but he's a movie writer. He's working on a Rom the Space Knight movie.
Really?
For, I want to say, Fox.
The hell is that?
What the hell is that?
The fuck?
Excellent, David. Excellent, David question. So, Rom the Space Knight was a toy created in the 70s to compete with, like, Transformers and stuff.
Yeah.
And his lore is that he's a space knight. And, of course, when they were selling...
I'm down. I'm already super into this.
When they were selling the toy, Hasbro went to Marvel Comics to publish a rom-comic. A rom-com, you might say. Mm-hmm. And so, Rom the Space Knight, for a while, was a Marvel character who, like, interacted with, Avengers and the Silver Surfer and stuff. And then eventually the rights kind of got weird and they were passed off to IDW. So now Rom isn't in the Marvel Universe, but he can, like, hang out with Transformers and stuff. Which makes more sense. Mm-hmm. But also, Rom as a character went over to IDW, but the concept of Space Knights, like the title of it, stayed with Marvel. So when Flash Thompson, aka Venom for the time,
he looks like RoboCop, like a really bad RoboCop.
A really bad RoboCop. He is a robot policeman, like a rip-off one.
Rom Space Knight, fabulous first issue.
But yeah, when Venom became a member of the Guardians of the Galaxy, he got a spin-off book in space that was called Venom the Space Knight. So they were able to use Space Knight as a title. Mm-hmm. There's something else weird about Rom and the whole Space Knight thing. His suit. Oh yeah, his lore. The rich lore of Rom is that he comes from an alien planet where he was a dude, like a humanoid-looking dude, and I guess their like soldiers are put in mech suits. And something happened in space where he got separated from his planet. I think he might have been exiled for, like, disobeying an order. But part of his exile was that he would be bonded with his suit forever. Oh. And so he's not actually a robot, he's just a dude that's, like, forever bonded with his robot suit.
Huh.
Yeah. He's like, what's the knight from Full Metal Alchemist?
He's like Al.
He's like Al, but like Space Al. Space Al.
Space Al.
I
was thinking like Gravity, like George Clooney from Gravity.
George Clooney is wrong.
Stuck in like a fucking just a
metal
suit.
like in a Bender costume.
Not even just a spacesuit.
Okay,
like,
yeah.
Just like
space. I really hope that wherever this movie ends up, it ends up being comical, because, like, I get that we have to turn every comic book and action figure into a movie franchise now, but, like, Rom the Space Knight is just such a silly concept that
just
it's like...
the name,
yeah,
Rom,
the
Space
Knight.
It's like, oh,
here's my space sword, my space shield.
His gun's weird.
His gun is weird?
Yeah.
What does it look like?
Hold on.
Does it look like a gun, or does it look like not a gun?
It looks like something.
It looks like a squirt bottle?
I don't know, work on a better picture here.
I want to see what this gun... You can look it up with us. It's an interactive show.
It's fucking hilarious.
Actually, this will probably end up on YouTube, so I'll find this image. Whoa, that's like a Lego gun.
Yeah, it looks like an incompleted like Lego thing. Look at this toy of him. Like,
that's a very... Yeah.
He looks so serious with it too, which is the worst part.
He's getting a movie.
His fucking head is a block. That's it. That's all it is.
If they could make him part of the Lego universe of movies, that'd be fine.
Oh yeah,
I'm down
like
with
a
that.
better.
I really like that cover.
Yeah. He looks like a good version of Ultron.
Oh yeah,
he totally does. That's
He's like heroic Ultron.
Yeah.
I'm hero.
I got a
he wears
RoboCop
mittens.
vibe.
Oh,
yeah.
He's
like if Ultron was RoboCop.
Yeah.
And also Rob from Nintendo.
Oh shit! There's like a girl.
There's a girl Rom.
It's like a girl Rom.
Oh, Romette.
Yeah, Romette.
She's
Space Knight.
Romeo and Romiette.
And Romiette.
Ramona. Okay, we could be done talking about this. Let's see.
We're gonna have one viewer that's like super into rom.
Fuck you guys.
Be like, fuck you guys. That's actually like
Unsubscribe.
princess whatever.
I didn't spend 5 years making this ROM cosplay for nothing.
It's just a bunch of cardboard.
5 years
Alright,
to essentially spray yourself with chrome and wear a box around your chest.
he's not really good at it.
Unsubscribe. No, my 13th subscriber.
Now I'm back
It's
down
good.
to
It's so stupid. I'm sorry.
No,
Yeah,
back to my-
let's move on before I find.
Yeah, let's move on before you find some ROM porn or something.
ROM 34.
Oh no. Let's see. Here's some pretty cool news. So of course the Captain Marvel movie is going to be set in the 90s, which means we're going to get Nick Fury before he lost his eye. So that's cool. A couple of other characters we're going to be getting in this Marvel movie, this Captain Marvel movie. Phil Coulson's back. So
Makes sense.
yeah, and it's about damn time because in the movies everyone still thinks he's dead, but on TV he's in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. He's alive. He's been alive like I think after Avengers, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. came out and he was alive again, and they reveal how they did that. But it's like when did Avengers come out? Like 2012, 2010. I want to say 12. So it's been like 5 years, more or less, and they haven't brought him up in the movies. Because I guess like the thing with the movie directors, the reason they don't bring up Daredevil or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or anything is that like the movie people are like, well, we're doing movies,
Yeah.
so we don't want to mention your little TV people. So it's nice to see that he's going to be in the movie again. Maybe this time he can show up and be like, I don't know, like
If it's set in the 90s, it's before.
yeah, it was before he was dead, so he can't really be like, oh yeah, I'm not dead. It's gonna be like a last second thing. He's gonna die in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. before he can even tell anyone.
Wasn't in the comics, like, wasn't Coulson, like, cyborg?
No.
I can't handle another death of Coulson, man. It just he is my light.
Too soon. No, Coulson was invented in the comics after Avengers because he was created for the movies. In the comics, he's just kind of there, which is fine. He
He's
works.
Average agent, man.
He's been on the Secret Avengers, like in the comics. That's cool. In Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., he had like a hologram Captain America shield that he used like once. That's pretty cool. But yeah, he's going to be in Captain Marvel being
Made
young.
me take it out of the box.
Maybe he'll have hair.
Oh.
Like a cool like remember how in Iron Man 3 like when it started it was in the 90s and Jon Favreau Happy Hogan had like he had like a goatee and like a mullet. I just want that with Coulson.
Really bad 90s references.
Yeah, just like horrible 90s hair.
I want that entire movie to be horrible.
He's rocking like the Chandler haircut or something.
Yeah.
He had drip pants.
Yep. And we're also
Has the white with like the blue diamonds going across and the purple like.
Like, really jamming it to Nirvana.
another character who is dead in the Marvel Cinematic that we're going to be seeing in this 90s Captain Marvel movie is Ronan the Accuser.
Oh, neat.
Because Ronan, of course, is a member of the Kree Empire. And, of course, Captain Marvel is going to be dealing heavily with the Kree. Presumably this is going to be before he becomes, like, a villain and, like, basically separates himself from the Kree. So that's going to be cool, because, honestly, my biggest complaint with the first Guardians of the Galaxy is that Ronan is kind of boring. He's kind of just
he was just kind of
I want power and to destroy. And it's like, yeah, but are you going to accuse anyone? No!
Are you going to do what you were...
But that's your thing, is the Accuser. No.
Nope, my thing is this gem now.
Yeah, I didn't really feel it with Ronan, though. He seemed just kind of there.
Feel him. Yeah.
He was just like, I got
he
hammered,
really
that's
was
it.
just kind of there.
He was, like, we needed a villain.
He smack talked Thanos, and Thanos was like, "You're gonna die in this movie."
Yeah.
That kid.
You're right.
You wanna know why you're not in Volume 2? Oh,
As soon as
spoiler!
as soon as he spoke shit to Thanos, that's when you knew he wasn't gonna make it through the movie at all.
Oh wait, what's this gem right here?
I feel like when
Spoiler
he died,
gem.
I feel like
Spoiler gem.
I feel like when what's his
the most
name?
powerful of gems.
When Ronan died, I feel like Thanos was just sitting there and he's just like,
Nice.
oh, well, there's one thing I have to do later. That's good. Settled itself.
No, I just typed up a whole email and sent it to
An
him.
angry email. Oh, retract.
Yeah, he's just like, I went through 4 drafts of this.
Trying to find the
I
right.
proofread it.
I used the grammar gem and everything.
Yeah, I called up Nebula and I was like, hey, I'm gonna send you an email. You gotta tell me if it's too like forward. Like,
He calls the corrector, which is like the collector. Oh yes, you use this comma wrong here.
You see, Thanos, this sentence right here. It's not you.
It's not.
It
cute.
doesn't scream Thanos.
Who's a good actor to put in that makeup? Like the white hair and like the blue chin and the black eyes. I'm trying to think of like
I don't know.
some like maybe like someone who like would fit that corrector kind of person role.
I'm not sure, man.
Steve Buscemi. He's the
Steve
one.
Buscemi.
I put him in every role I can't figure out.
He's not even in costume. He's just there.
Hello, fellow Titans.
Aren't you just Steve
Hello,
Buscemi? Yeah.
fellow Titans.
But yeah, Ronan the Accuser is gonna be there, and we're gonna get. You remember that scene in Guardians Volume 1 with like the black guy alien who's like, I don't know who you are, but I'm arresting you. He's also gonna be in that. Who? Exactly. Something of the Pursuer. I can't remember, but yeah. You know what's funny? I saw this thing on Twitter, and I think I commented on it. Someone else commented on it, too. Like, someone made a complaint that, like, oh, Marvel doesn't have enough faith in their female-led Marvel movie to just have a female lead. They gotta throw in all these older male characters like Nick Fury and Coulson and Ronan. And then someone commented on it, like, like a back and forth of, like, hey, dude, you want to see that new Captain Marvel movie? And the other guy's like, no way, man. I heard it's got a female lead. And the other guy's like, don't worry, man. Ronan the Accuser's going to be in it. He's like, oh, shit, I have to see it.
Yeah, no. I'm seeing that because it's fucking Captain Marvel.
Yeah, no one's going to be
Having
like...
these extra people just makes it better.
Yeah, no one's going to be like, Ronan? Fuck yeah, the one Ronan fan.
Yeah,
Yo, what?
guy.
Yeah.
What,
I can finally whip out
Ronan
my
did nothing
Ronan
wrong.
action figure.
And then one of our loyal listeners, Kurt, commented on it like, oh, so what?
Love you, Kurt.
This movie can only have like one person in it?
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I'm saying like, then I commented like, oh yeah, one person, whole movie, no cast, real experimental.
Right.
It's like an indie film.
Actually just CGI.
Yeah, every other character is just played by the same person. It's an Eddie Murphy film.
It's like an Eddie Murphy.
Tyler Perry.
Medea's Captain Marvel. No.
Medea is the accuser.
The Accuser.
Medea the accuser.
Right.
Hello, Guardians. Let's see. In other Marvel news, Chris Evans, the guy that plays Captain America, he said he's done after Avengers 4.
Mm-hmm.
He's out. He said it's like, I forget the metaphor he used, but like, you get off the train when it keeps pushing or some stupid thing. But like, I know that like Chris Evans, like behind the scenes, has like a lot of anxiety about these kind of things. So I think he feels he wants to get off. Like now would be a good time to get off the movie rails.
Mm-hmm.
We all kind of predicted that Cap is possibly going to die in Avengers 3 or 4.
He's probably going to.
And the shield will roll its way to Bucky, and he'll be like, "Yeah, I have 3 more movies
Yeah.
in my contract. Winter Soldier, no more.
Winter Soldier, more like
Summer
Winter in New
Soldier.
England. No.
More like summer not fighter. I don't know. What's
The
the opposite
summer
of a
not
soldier?
Summer hippie.
The summer hippie.
Summer veteran.
He's already got the hair for it.
Yeah.
You hippie. You Sebastian
I just
Stan
want,
hippie.
if he has the shield, I don't want it to be red, white, and blue. I want it to be all chrome with a red
Red
star.
Star, yeah, I know. That'd be cool. There are some photos. I forget when he released them, but like no one talked about it. But like a while back, after I think Winter Soldier, after Civil War, there was a photo of someone walking down a hall and he had a silver shield with a red star on it. So I think that's kind of a spoiler for him eventually taking up the role. But it makes a lot of sense. I know that Chris Evans said a while ago he wanted to get into the director's chair. So, and of course, he might also pop in for cameos or something. But that'd be neat.
Where you kept?
He can finally go to heaven and like steal Peggy from whoever the hell she married. He comes to heaven, he's like, Peggy, and she's like, Steve, and the husband's like, hey, Steve, it's good to meet you. Punch. Takes the girl.
In America.
But I lived my life with her. Shut up, I'm living the afterlife with her. I deserve this. I fought in the war. Which one? The Infinity War.
Oh God.
I fought in the Infinity War, the Civil War, not the one you're thinking.
Not the one you're thinking.
Not the bad one, the good one that made a lot of money. But yeah, that was predicted. That was not a surprise.
Made a lot of money.
No one made any money from the other Civil War, I think. We're going to be moving some comic book news here. We'll start with some Marvel comic book news. So, they're going to be killing off the Inhumans, apparently, in the comics.
What?
Yeah.
I thought they were killing off the X-Men. What the fuck?
No, they tried to, and the popularity beat them out. Remember, because they had X-Men versus Inhumans, and they're like, no, we're not going to hurt the X-Men. But no, they're, what is it? Donny Cates is writing Death of the Inhumans, which is like a little event this summer. I guess it's going to be like a one-shot comic. We don't know the actual, like, range of Inhumans that are going to die, but the cover had like the royal family on it,
Mm-hmm.
which is like Marvel. I don't think you get what we're complaining about. We don't want you to kill the Inhumans. We just want you to like
Make them
do less.
Yeah.
Just do like we're not
kill them. Okay, no.
No. We just want you to do less with them. Okay, so
Kill.
if we kill them, then there's nothing we can do with them. No, Marvel. Bless you. No, like
We killed now. We kill now.
we kill now. Like they have no like middle ground. It's like, look, we either make something obnoxiously popular or we kill it. That's happened with Wolverine.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really want because like I'm not the biggest Inhumans fan, but I'm also like, don't kill them just to kill them.
I kind of found him interesting, to say the least.
Yeah.
He didn't shut up. No.
that's just the Marvel curse.
Nobody
Trying to
fucking finds them interesting. No.
except for the
What?
except for all the people that do.
Yeah, except for everyone.
Except for everyone who fell for the Inhumans trap.
Like,
No, they're like the X-Men now.
Like, didn't Thanos use one of them to find his son, Thane?
Yeah, he did. I think he used Black Bolt to find one of them or something. I forget how it went.
The
But
fact that you're like, that's such a badass name. I just like Thane.
His
Thane.
powers are fucking whack.
But like, I don't want Calabac to die. I don't want Lockjaw to die. They're gonna kill the dog.
Yeah.
You can't kill a dog.
Have you seen the fucking... Aha, Thanos, you can't get this Infinity Gem. We hid it in this dog. And he rips it, like, Thanos just rips it in half, pulls the gem out, and he's like, ha ha ha. And John Wick walks up and is like, hey, where's my dog? Like, and Thanos just starts sweating.
Canon.
That's how they're gonna beat him, guys.
You're gonna get John Wick. John Wick actually part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna become Solo, who's like rip-off Punisher.
He's kind of like that one guy in the Justice League show who's a cowboy.
Oh,
It's like-
Jonah Hex? Oh my god, he could do a pretty good Jonah Hex.
Yeah. Well, you have, like... What Punisher's off being Cosmic Ghost Rider thing right now. We need a Punisher on Earth, so why not John Wick? Give me a comic event. John Wick versus Punisher.
See, I want it to be, I want John Wick 3 to come out, and at the end it's revealed it's just like the 8th version of the Matrix. Yeah, no, Neo, we just made you cool, so you wouldn't think about it. We just made your life exciting and badass.
Yeah, dude, we just gave you a beard. That's
Yeah,
it.
we just made your life cool, so that way you
I
wouldn't
want
think
to see
about.
someone just try to like at least take up the Punisher mantle, and he's just confused on what to do. Dude. He's like,
Do I
so
just
why do
kill
we have like
Do I just kill? Like, what's my
why does he have an
motivation?
apartment full of guns?
We should have mentioned that Frank is still Punisher.
Yeah.
There just happens to be in the future this hodgepodge of ideas
Yeah.
pushed into Frank Castle. I'm everything, help me! I just like how in every time we talk about him, something new is added to make him even more powerful.
Uh-huh.
It's just like, welcome to the Nova Corps, Frank. No!
I am convinced that Frank Castle is actually the strongest person in the Marvel universe. Because, you see, no one ever uses just a gun. Like, what's your superpower? Gun.
That guy's gone
Gun.
through so much shit. Like, holy shit.
I lost my family.
I lost my family.
No one can relate.
How did I
Line of
lose
people
my
that can
family?
relate.
Yeah, every other hero's like,
what rendition
dude.
are we using, guys? The Mafia killing them, or they died, or what's
which
my
one?
motivation?
How about the Irish? Can the Irish do it this time?
I think we killed the Irish. Shit.
Shit.
Who's left? The Scandinavians?
ISIS? I don't know.
ISIS? Only if Frank Miller wrote it.
Oh my god!
Dude, why hasn't Frank written for Frank?
Yeah,
What the
right.
hell?
A Frank Miller Punisher run.
That would be perfect.
Would be
All-Star
insane.
Punisher.
All-Star Punisher.
All-Star Punisher and Robin the Boy Wonder. Like, wait, Frank, that's not what you're doing.
No, man, he has to be here. Yeah, I have to have a vehicle to call my hero queer. Like, it's the only reason he has a
They
sidekick.
ever killed a bastard with a Glock? Oh man, it's a rock.
Someone's just like,
Here's a Glock.
someone's like, you're the Punisher. What do you think you're doing being here? Who do you think you are?
I'm the goddamn Punisher.
Who do you think I am? Are you dense? Are you retarded or something?
You're done with something? Hey. Shut the fuck up, kid.
That's an idea that in a universe close to ours happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Very close to ours, actually.
Some other Marvel news here with the comics.
It's just beyond the mirror.
So we're getting a Fantastic Four book in the summer.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
wow.
coming back. Popularity
Probably
demanded. They're coming to Earth. They're going to be written by Dan Slott, the guy that did Superior Spider-Man,
Yeah.
and all the other Spider-Man books around that time. when Marvel announced this on Twitter, they did it in the course of like 4 days, because duh. The first was a big number 1, and the only thing it said was uncanny. So bless you. So assumedly, like, the X-Men are going to get a better treatment in the summer.
Okay.
Which would be good, hopefully. Because again, like, other than X-Men Red, the X-Men books are confusing and weird, and I don't want to read them. And then they posted, like, number 2, which it was in, like, Amazing Spider-Man font, and we already know Spider-Man's getting a new writer in the summer.
Spider-Man.
And then 3 was Mighty, and that was the Avengers font, and we know Avengers getting Jeff Lemire writing. And then 4 was the Fantastic Four. So they were basically saying, like, these 4 characters / groups are like legs. And so when the summer comes and they get new writers and artists, we're gonna focus on making them good, which is like, yeah, that's pretty smart.
Yeah, thanks.
That's usually like the DC plan. Like, as long as Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman are working, and maybe Harley Quinn is working, we can stand. But yeah, that's pretty cool. They were gonna keep. I mentioned before, we don't have a Fantastic Four book now, but we have Marvel 2-in-1, which is the Thing and the Human Torch teaming up.
Yeah.
Apparently, we're still gonna have that book, which I think is kind of redundant. Like, you only had 2-in-1, so you could have like half the Fantastic Four in a book.
Yeah.
I would love a Thing book, but these are things that are not happening. But yeah, that's pretty cool that the Fantastic Four is finally coming back. Maybe this means Marvel's getting closer to getting the film rights and absorbing Fox.
You have an unnatural love for Ben Grimm, my dude.
I love him!
You have
He's
an
just
unnatural
a rock.
love.
What can you do?
He is a rock. No.
It's not about what he can do, it's about who he is.
I know.
Oh,
It's-
yeah?
Yeah.
He's a rock.
It's like me and my unnatural love for Blue Beetle. Just
There.
like, just keep going. No.
Or Green Arrow. I'd say Green
Yeah.
Arrow, because Green Arrow's another character who's like...
He doesn't do much.
He does
but-
one thing.
Yeah,
He does it
one
well, but he does one thing.
thing. What's fucking... He bees a rock. Like...
He beats a rock. I'm rock hard all the time. Ben,
Phrasing, buddy.
just pull it back, man.
Pull back.
Pull what? Pull what out? No, Ben.
No.
That's
Pulling
you're
it up!
Pulling it out! Pulling it down.
making-
Flexing.
Pulling it out. Pulling out his brick. I think someone asked Stanley like years ago what Ben Grimm's penis looks like,
Mm-hmm.
and Stan was like, "I don't know.
It's just flesh.
We never drew it.
It's...
We don't care."
Why should he have, like, a human penis? Everything else is a rock.
He's like, "At least I'm still a man here."
This all counts.
It still counts. Single rock tier.
It still counts. Dead. It's just a pebble.
We're gonna
What's the
jump
difference
over
between a pebble and a rock? I don't know. Anyways,
the
keep going.
size,
The size, yeah.
the girth.
The sheer rock girth.
Now we talked about Frank Miller a few minutes ago. We get some Frank Miller news.
Frank Miller making the
Oh,
Punisher.
man.
No,
Oh,
that'd be great. No.
Frank Miller remembers he wrote Batman.
So alongside Superman Year One, which he's writing again for the DC Black Label, he's got 4 other projects he's working on for DC.
God damn
Four?
it.
4 more.
He has 5 runs going right now.
5 times.
5 times the Frank.
5 rings.
5.
So
The goat. He's the goat.
the one book that we know, other than we got in Superman Year One, 3 untitled projects, and the one project he revealed today, or not today, but this week.
Please be a Frank Miller Green Lantern run.
No, it's a. So
He knows the
in
Middle East.
in his one good Batman story, like one of the 2, The Dark Knight Returns, where Batman's all old and he comes out of retirement. We'll do that story eventually because it's really good. In that story, he introduced this character named Carrie Kelly, who's this redheaded, like 14-year-old girl who becomes Robin in that story.
Okay, yeah, the one with the glasses.
Yeah, she sticks around through the Dark Knight books. She's getting a graphic novel by Frank.
Neat.
Which is neat because like Carrie Kelly is the one female character he never like even gets to that area about. He's
never is Frank.
Yeah, Carrie has to become a prostitute for reasons. Like that never happens.
for reasons. Yeah, man, draw her ass like real big.
Make her a prostitute. People love prostitutes. But Frank, she's
Give me
working.
pictures of Batman.
And like the one, the closest he got to like dirtying up Carrie Kelly is at the end of Dark Knight 3. Spoilers, I guess. Bruce Wayne goes from being really old to becoming really young. I won't explain how, but he gets younger.
Yeah.
And also around that time, she's like 20-something. And they don't do anything, but it's implied they hook up. Which is like, ugh! Let me throw out my heart, Frank Miller. That's disgusting. But yeah, it's apparently going to be a Carrie Kelly Robin story. Why? And like the thing is, it's just Frank Miller. They didn't say if anyone else was going to be part of the project, or if anyone else is joining the project. So we spent a minute looking at photos of Frank Miller, and doesn't look good. He looks like a Goosebumps character.
I'm just now thinking those notes that you gave to us, where it was like, yeah, make her ass real big, like, oh yeah, she's a dirty little slut, and you're just like, that noise is coming out of that man.
That poor old man doesn't know
We don't know what's going on there, but it needs to be stopped.
He needs to be stopped. I feel like he's got dirt on some people because he keeps getting work. He's like, oh yeah, Jeff Johns killed a prostitute.
He really does look like Freddy Krueger without the scars. Oh my god.
He looks like a mouse with really weird beady eyes.
What in the fuck?
He looks like bad future David Tennant.
Why is this Batman so jacked and Scarface?
That's his Batman. That's how he draws him. That's like future Batman in The Dark Knight.
What the fuck? And then, wait, he made... Hang on.
What? Are you looking at his volume of work? Because David looked that up. He did.
He did some pretty good shit.
He did 300. He did RoboCop.
What the fuck is that one with the giant white robot?
What? Let me see.
The giant white robot and the little red...
Oh yeah, I remember that. Like Big Boy and something else.
Big Hero 6?
No,
Oh
not
my
that.
god, that's gonna bug me all day.
Big Hero 6!
By Frank Miller? No. All right, he's
What are you
Asian.
talking about?
His mom's Asian, so she's a prostitute, right?
Those Asians are all of them whore.
Let's move on from Frank, huh? How's that sound? If we move away from the Frank Miller train. You get on to some Teen Titans comic book news.
Ooh.
Oh boy. It was announced at at like one of the local cons or something, one of the recent conventions.
Big Guy and Rusty, that's what it was.
Big Guy and Rusty, there you go.
Sorry.
But we're getting a new Teen Titans book with a new team shakeup and a new writer on it, Adam Glass, who writes like TV. He wrote like Supernatural.
Mm-hmm.
This new Titans team is going to consist of Damian Wayne Robin, the African American Wally West Kid Flash, and Green Arrow's younger sister Emiko as Red Arrow.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also going to have 3 new characters on the team. 3 brand new characters. It's going to have this kid named Roundhouse, who's like a tubby blue kid. He's like blue. He's got blue skin, he's tubby, and we don't know what his thing is yet. It's going to have...
I hope he's just like Blob. I want to see more Blob characters.
Or Blob, you know, support the Blob.
I can't move.
Yeah.
Like
one character named Djinn, like, you know,
yeah, like the genie.
Yeah. She's like, assumedly she's like a dark-skinned girl. We don't know what her deal is at either.
Middle Eastern of some sort.
And then the breakout character is Crush. And Crush is apparently the daughter of Lobo.
Okay.
She looks like teenage girl Lobo. She's cosplay friendly. She has all the appeal of Lobo while also being a girl.
Interesting.
And she's on the team as like the Brute.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how I feel at the team just at first glance. Because, like, the last Teen Titans book got maybe 13 issues.
Oh, she's rad looking.
Yeah. The last Teen Titans book had like 13 issues. And it had a pretty solid team. You had like Starfire and Beast Boy and Raven on there. It was a pretty good team and everything, but like I feel like it wasn't good. And I think we talked about this when we did the Lazarus contract, but like that Teen Titans book had like the first arc was like the team gets together. The second arc was the team gets a new member. The third arc was one of the team members leaves. Like it's all about the team shuffling.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that you're canceling the book and renumbering it and doing a new Teen Titans team where half the team is replaced by new characters is like more of my complaint of like, can you guys do stories and not just change the team every issue? I know that's a thing. I know most superhero teams like the Avengers, the League, the Teen Titans, every other arc is someone joining, leaving, or the team changing. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
There's really no diverse. It's just pretty much what you're saying.
Yeah, you're not giving me time with the team that you're pitching to me.
Like,
That's my biggest complaint about teams in general is like, oh, it'd be cool if like this person was on a team and this person was on a team. Yeah, it'd be cool, but like, what would they do? What would they fight?
It would be like interesting if like they had an arc, like 5-issue arc here and there.
Yeah.
But like, every 2 arcs, like something dire happened or something serious happens, like someone gets like seriously injured.
Yeah, like it's just I'm not.
Rethinks
Yeah.
and leaves, and then that's where they can.
It's like I'm not just buying this team book because I like these characters and it'd be cool to imagine them on a team. I actually want to see them be a
like
team.
work as a team.
Yeah.
Going on with this, I'm looking at like their splash of like the team together.
Like in the
sitting
car?
Yeah, sitting in the car.
Yeah.
I adore that fucking splash. That is so sick.
I hate how Robin looks with
Robin looks a little weird.
He's
yeah.
like crouched down. He's got his lips like
He's
this.
like, what's going on over here?
It looks like it looks like a rap album for some reason.
Yeah, and the other thing I don't understand is why is Wally driving the car and not running?
He's
Think about that for a minute.
He's a motorhead, remember?
Yeah.
He likes cars.
But like, no, I can super get behind this team. This is really cool.
Okay.
And it looks like the fat kid.
Yeah, Roundhouse.
Yeah, it looks like
Round.
he's gonna be like Cannonbolt from.
Oh, from Cannonball.
Ben 10.
Oh, Cannonball's from Ben 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
He could like curl up on the ball. I could see
Yeah,
that.
well, like I don't know. I found like a thing of.
Oh, his design. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's his power. He just turned into a ball. So he's like bouncing boy from the Legion of Superheroes.
Yeah, it's really cool.
He bounces.
I'm down with this.
All right.
Lobo's daughter looks sick.
Mm-hmm.
So.
The other news, and this is kind of a rumor. We didn't see any confirmation of it. But the Titans book, which is all the adult Teen Titans, is also getting a new team shake-up. Nightwing is still going to be on there.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get Raven and Beast Boy in that book.
Yep.
So they move away from Damien's team onto Dick's team, which makes complete sense.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you, Robin. We're going to hang out with your older brother.
We're gonna hang out with the older, cooler Robin.
Miss Martian is going to be on this team. She's coming back. She's going to be relevant again. And so, you know Steel, like the guy who replaced Superman in like an iron suit?
Mm-hmm.
He's got a niece named Natasha Irons, and his name, yeah. And she becomes Steel after him, so she gets a metal suit. She's going to be on the team, too. And again, this is more of a rumor. There's no art or confirmation about it, but assumedly this is going to be Nightwing training the next generation of heroes, which is cool. That's basically...
How many times has he trained the next generation of heroes?
Only once. Only once, and then once in my Teen Titans pitch.
I would like to
Steel
see
looks sick.
Teen Titans without like a Martian Manhunter and or a Robin.
You would like to see it with one or without one?
Without one, because it's always
I don't think
like
you can have a Teen Titans without a Robin.
Well, yeah, it's tradition. Well, there was one team without a Robin, but that team was all new characters.
Yeah.
And then with the Martian Manhunter thing, Miss Martian's only been on like 2 Teen Titans teams. So it's not like a constant thing. In fact,
It
Miss
just
Martian's
seemed-
actually really obscure in terms of Teen Titans.
yeah, it just seemed really like consecutive.
Well, yeah, I mean, the other, I'm sure you're thinking about like the Young Justice cartoon, where she's a major
yeah.
character in that. And like the other thing too is that when Young Justice comes back, I can guarantee you we're getting a Young Justice book.
Oh yeah, it's
Especially now that they're bringing Miss Martian back into relevancy. Like, you'll notice on that Teen Titans team, Aqualad, the African-American one, isn't on that new team. So it's like, oh, well, he's open for a Young Justice book. And hey, that Super Sons book is ending. Where's Damian Robin and John Superboy going to go? Oh, we got a Young Justice book. And hey, Connor Kent, the clone Superboy, he hasn't been seen since 2017. He's been gone ever since Rebirth
I
happened.
like Connor, man.
I love him too. I'm like, where the hell's Connor in DC Rebirth? Well, Young Justice is doing a book, and so
Connor's like how I want Superman to be for some reason. Just angry.
angsty.
Like, just angsty.
I'm gonna save the world. You better be okay with
You
it.
better be okay with it.
But yeah, so
God.
there's some
This is
events.
the first time we made that stupid fucking joke.
Yeah,
Here we are in episode 100, still doing it.
still making that joke. Did we watch Young Justice before we even did the podcast?
No.
No, it was during.
Yeah. It was during.
We were watching it during. So let's see. Our final piece of comic news has to do with some DC Comics teams in regards to the Justice League. So a while ago we talked about how the Justice League is getting a new team with a new writer. Scott Snyder, the guy that made Batman good in the comics again. It's actually ironic because during the New 52 era, Snyder's Batman was like the only consistently good DC book because it was New 52. And then now that we're in Rebirth, Batman seems like the only book that isn't good because it's by Tom King. But just a reminder, the new Justice League team is basically the animated Justice League team, but with Aquaman and Cyborg on there. And like a different Flash, because Wally was the Flash in the cartoon, it's Barry in the comic.
Yep.
But we're getting that exciting new team. We're also getting 2 new Justice League books. Because it's like, well, duh, it's your A-list team. You should really flesh them out, make it a good book. When Nightwing is a better selling book than when Justice League, you should really work on your shit.
But we really should.
But in June, we're going to be getting Justice League Dark back,
Ooh.
because that book went away for a while, and it's gonna be written by one of my favorite DC writers, James Tynion the Fourth.
Okay.
He writes Detective Comics, and Detective Comics is like, hey, you know how Batman's like an emotionless asshole in every other book? Let's actually not do that this time. Let's make the Batman family feel like a family in this book. Thank you. And hey, you know how Clayface isn't like a villain because he wants to be, it's because everyone labeled him a monster? Let's have Batman help him. Let's do shit that makes sense. But yeah, I love his work. He's going to be doing Justice League Dark. And the team is going to consist of Zatanna, who's in a new costume. I'm going to show you, because I don't really like it, but I want to see what your opinion's on.
If it doesn't have the fishnets, man, I'm not... I am very sad.
Yeah, she's
That
got
doesn't-
leather pants and like a blue coat.
I like it,
Yeah. The colors are actually a reference to her 80s costume.
but I don't want it.
No fishnets. Yeah, why would you change what's broken, or what's not broken?
Yeah, like, her costume's fantastic.
Yeah, but you're going to have Zatanna because it's Justice League book and it's Justice League Dark, so it makes sense. Constantine's not going to be on the team, but he's going to be part of the book, which is like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, if I was putting together a team of heroes, I would not call John Constantine.
I mean, I would. Like...
Johnny!
What? Okay, how many times has John Constantine gotten onto a team, and then when he gets onto the team, how many people die? Usually no one. No.
Yeah, but he blows his smoke on people. It's rude.
That's a small price to pay for complete like.
Slowly.
He's efficient, man.
He's efficient. He solves problems.
His stats are too good.
Got to deal with that annoyance every once in a while. Whatever.
Almost as if DC was answering my prayers. Detective Chimp is going to be on the Justice League Dark.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, he's going to be on the team.
Yeah.
I'm a chimp. I'm a detective. Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Let's do it. I love that he's going to be here. We need an obligatory Batman character.
Mm-hmm.
So Man-Bat's going to be on the Justice League Dark. Because he, too, is a victim of his condition. He doesn't want to be bad. People just think he's bad. He's a fucking Man-Bat. Also,
fucking gargoyle demon.
Also, he used to be a scientist, so you need one science person to be on your mystical team
Oh yeah.
to offset it.
Yeah. Set the guy in there with a 17-foot fucking wingspan.
Science.
Can he even science anymore?
Yeah, you just can't wear a lab coat.
Can he talk? Like I thought
Yeah.
he was just like a screeching fucking.
Sometimes he is. His condition kind of like changes.
It worsens.
Yeah, but he's like now he's like intelligent Hulk, where he's always in the Man-Bat form, but he can speak perfectly fine. He can think perfectly fine. What's also funny is that like Ra's al Ghul like took the Man-Bat formula and used it on a bunch of his like League of Assassin soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got Man-Bat assassins.
You gotta love Raz.
You know, he's a thinker.
He thinks outside the box.
He thinks outside the pit.
Yeah.
The
You know,
Lazarus pit.
we created a Batman. What if I had Man-Bats?
We're also getting Swamp Thing on this team, which is cool because again, it's a Justice League Dark team. So you can envision what Swamp Thing looks like in your mind, right?
Yeah.
You guys have seen him at least once.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting a
I used to
new
watch the old like
cartoon,
movie.
the movie. Yeah, he's getting a redesign, and it's priceless. Because now he looks like his co-creator Alan Moore.
Please tell me
What?
he's just Groot.
No,
Like-
he looks like Alan Moore, the guy that wrote Watchmen and The Killing Joke. So here's his new design. He's got the shaggy hair and the beard,
That's interesting.
right? And then here's Alan Moore.
Oh Jesus.
So he just has the hair, the beard. He's got the general scowl to him, and I love that because in an issue of Batman teams up with Swamp Thing to like look into a murder of like Swamp Thing's biological father because he used to be a human.
Mm-hmm.
His human father has like videotapes, and he looks like Alan Moore. So this is Swamp Thing just imitating his father, but by extent imitating Alan Moore, which is like good move, clever move.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let you guys guess the last member of this team. First of all, it's a she, and she's leading the team, and those are your hints.
Raven.
Nope.
Fuck.
Hey, good guess.
Trigon. Dressed up as Raven.
Trigon and like a bra and everything. I'm a girl now. No.
Leave me lead the team.
Who'd be a good leader that is a chick of this mystical team?
I mean, my first guess is Zatanna, but like...
Sorry.
Oracle.
Nope. I don't know.
Yeah, you never know.
It's way more obvious than you're making it.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Ah, wow.
Wonder Woman's gonna be leading Justice League Dark.
Hmm.
Which I think is awesome. Because, like,
That's interesting.
Wonder Woman doesn't do really anything. Like, Batman has his own spin-off Justice League team. Superman's off Supermaning. Like, give Wonder Woman something else. Give her her own team. That'd be awesome. Thing is, though, when I think of Wonder Woman leading a Justice League team, I'm thinking like an all-female squad, like Wonder Woman and the Amazons or something. Like that'd be a cool book. But I'm down for it. I'm down for her, especially because it makes sense that John isn't officially on the team when Wonder Woman's the one being like, "No, I'm building the team. Fuck him."
Yeah.
And then the other Justice League book we're getting, Snyder originally wanted to call it Justice League What the Fuck, like WTF, but DC was like, "No, you can't call it that." It's called
bullshit.
It's called Justice League Odyssey.
Odyssey. Okay.
Odyssey, yes, see. So this is gonna be their space team.
Okay.
And it's written by Joshua Williamson, who wrote The Flash, or is writing the Flash comic. It's going to feature Cyborg, who's going to be leading, because DC's like, we really, really want you to believe he's a Justice League member. We want you to respect him the same way you respect Superman and Batman. It's like, he's not a Teen Titan anymore. You can fuck off.
Led by Cyborg.
Cyborg's leading the Justice League Odyssey. You have Jessica Cruz, who's a Green Lantern. It's weird because she used to be part of the duo team of her and Simon Baz, the Green Lantern. There's no announcement because he's not on any of the other Justice League teams, so we don't know where Simon's going to go. I feel like he has less of a fan base. I hope they don't get rid of him because that'd be kind of mean. But yeah, Jessica Cruz, Green Lantern's on there. Makes sense. Space team. Starfire's on there.
Okay.
Which is pretty awesome. Again, it's about time she's on a Justice League
green
team.
energy blasts. Got it.
Yep. And then our obligatory Batman character, Azrael.
Oh.
If you don't know who Azrael is.
I know who Azrael is.
Okay. Well, for people
I
that,
do.
Yeah. David,
do you know
Azrael?
Azrael?
Okay.
I don't know too much about DC.
Azrael he started out as like, imagine Winter Soldier if he was brainwashed by a religious cult. And then Batman converted him to follow his ways. And when Batman got his back broken by Bane, Azrael replaced him and wore like a sweet Batman robot suit and like took it too far and killed people. But he eventually redeemed himself, and Azrael became part of Batman's like allies, right? So he's going to be on the Justice League Odyssey, and he's going to have a flaming sword, and it's going to be really cool. Flaming sword. That's all you need. It's also going to be cool because like,
will he throw it at people?
That'd be pretty
Much
neat.
like
the Viking.
Viking.
Ha-ha!
A certain Viking we know.
A certain Viking we know.
I'm really looking forward to seeing him in this book because, of course, it's a space team, and he's a devout Catholic. So I'd love for him to go into space and be like,
That's not real.
oh.
Demons!
Yeah, right. He's like, so you believe in God, right? Prepare to get your religion shattered. Because we have space gods and eldritch horrors, and hey, the new gods are a thing. He's just like,
I want him to go to Apocalypse and look at Darkseid and be like,
my belief! Breaks down crying, like,
you know what
Azrael.
they wanted to be about? And he just throws the sword at him.
Imagine him being this, like, badass-looking knight, and then when you question his, like, Catholicism with, like, alien stuff, he's just like, I can't fight. And you're like, oh, damn it, Azrael! Just put a cap on it. Then I'm going to let you guys guess the last member of the team, and I'll give you some hints.
Raven.
No.
First
First of all,
that out there.
he is a
Beast Boy.
He is a supervillain.
Okay. Lex Luthor.
No.
Okay.
He's a supervillain, and he's one of the biggest threats to the Justice League.
Gorilla Grog.
No. Gorillas in space.
What? He's a supervillain.
Mm-hmm.
Bando
One of the
Savage.
Nope.
Biggest threats to the Justice League.
Mm-hmm.
Darkseid.
Yeah.
Wow.
Darkseid's going to be on the Justice League Odyssey team.
What?
He's going to be the Hannibal Lecter of Justice League Odyssey. He's going to be captured, and they're going to use him to navigate the galaxy and fix some of the galaxy's biggest problems. Because he's been around for so long, he knows the galaxy really well.
I don't like that.
They're going to go to his cage, and he'll be like, hello, Justice League.
Hello, Clarice.
I hate people. No.
Look at me in my weird rock face.
He's got like a new design where he's got like a hood, and he looks kind of younger.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
I guess the idea is like, this can be weird, but there was an event called Darkseid War, where by the end of it, he was turned into a baby. Or sorry, he was killed and then reborn through his daughter's womb as a baby.
That's fucking...
Yo, New God shit is fucking wild.
Well,
like,
hey, you gotta figure, if it's like mythology,
yeah.
it's still gotta be as weird as mythology.
Yeah. That's fucking wild, man. I gotta go fucking to the wiki.
But yeah, I think
Fucking cartwheel out.
he fast forward aged, and now he's an adult again. He's gonna be used as their navigator and such. assumedly he will break out
In Sitch.
and something will happen where he has to form some kind of like alliance with the League and be like, all right, I won't destroy you for now.
I feel him and Azrael are gonna get together.
Yeah.
Very well.
Oh yeah, Darkseid's gonna be like, so you believe in
He'll just
God,
be
huh?
like, hey man, I'm Space Satan, what's up?
Space Satan!
No!
You're like Satan, but even worse.
But even worse.
Because you question my reality that Earth is the center of the universe.
Just fucking get out and be like, yeah, Azrael over there, that's the sun. What?
No!
Okay,
Is
I
Azrael...
want Cyborg to get out in space,
Yeah.
specifically Cyborg, and to look back and go, it's not flat?
Yeah! Why him? I'd love Azrael to be that way.
It's like just I don't know. I want Cyborg to do it because he like you wouldn't think that he'd be the guy to be like, wait, we're not
It's
on a
not
globe.
flat.
What?
I feel like all the flat earthers are just like, they say that because they want someone to bring them into space. Like, I just want a lot of money wasted on putting me in space. I don't actually think the Earth is flat. I just want to go to space.
Right.
But yeah, so
Anyways.
was that a car? So, but yeah, so that's gonna be the Justice League Odyssey team.
Mm-hmm.
Seems really cool. Something I thought would be kind of fun since it's our 100th episode.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I forgot to give you guys your fact of the week. Facts of the week segment. Lightning. I wrote a fact page about Dr. Fate.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yep. I'll give you there's a lot of like big stuff regarding him, but I'll give you the one I thought was the funniest. So, much like most DC characters and comic characters in general, he went through a 90s phase
Oh.
where Dr. Fate's helmet... Dr. Fate himself is an old guy, Kent Nelson, and he wanted to get the helmet back. It had been displaced, put into a temple, and with Dr. Fate, it's like 3 items. It's his cloak, his amulet, and his helmet.
I'm looking at him.
Which
In
Dr.
the 90s.
Oh, the 90s Dr. Fate? Yeah. Fate. Yeah, so what happened was Dr. Fate hires this smuggler to help him steal back the artifacts from an Egyptian tomb. Kent Nelson gets shot and killed.
He's got a rad knife.
There's like traps and like demons and shit. But, like the demons kill Kent Nelson, and to protect himself, the smuggler grabs the amulet and tries to use it. It explodes in his face and gives him a red ankh on his face and infuses him with magical powers. And he's shot in the arm, so he wraps the cloak around his arm to heal the wound, and then he melts the helmet of Fate down into a knife.
Why though?
And he becomes a demon hunter called Fate.
I'm looking at him, dude. He's rad as fuck.
He's rad as fuck. Watch your mouth.
Dude,
Rad
you can't
as
tell
fuck.
me that this man is not fucking cool. Like,
If I was in the 90s,
I love 90s fucking heroes, dude.
You're part of
They're
the
so
problem.
Stupid. No, I love them because they're so fucking stupid. Like,
So the last thing I
the
want to
knife
do...
is like a switchblade.
Switchblade.
Wait a second. He didn't just melt it down into a blade. He melted it down, quartered it out a bit, made a rivet out of it too. Like this whole knife is made out of that fucking helmet.
Yeah.
It's not even like oh god. He could have made a sword out of it, but he was like, nah, I gotta make a metal handle.
Shing. So,
Shing.
the last bit I want to do, because we were talking about the Justice League, I thought it'd be
He's got
cool.
the little knife over there on his shoulder.
It'd be cool if we built a Justice League.
David Space is fantastic. Alright, so we gotta build a Justice League.
Alright, we're not going to go super far with this. Basically, we're going to keep the big three, Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman.
Mhm.
We're all going to put in one DC member,
Mhm.
and that's going to be the Panel Biters Justice League.
The Panel Biters Justice League.
Yeah.
Alright.
And it could be whatever DC character you want, as long as they're not like a villain.
Okay.
So those are the rules. Anyone that has an idea, feel free to speak up.
I mean, everybody is already practically a league member.
Yeah, it's
Like-
true. It doesn't have to. It could be a person that was. Whatever.
Yeah.
As long as we need like a composition here.
I want my vote is just a Blue Beetle, but that's older.
Yeah.
Like,
We
an
can
older
have.
Blue Beetle man.
You can have Jamie on there.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we'll put Jamie in.
All right,
I
Jaime.
just fucking love him.
Yeah. Jaime Reyes the Blue Beetle. He's on this Justice League team.
He's
He
fantastic.
could be the in-training kid. He could be
Yeah.
the rookie on the team.
Something like that.
I'm the glue that holds us together.
Not really. I just make sonic weapons pop out of my ass.
I'm like Cyborg, but blue.
But blue and insect themed.
Eyes get big.
But blue.
Yabba yabba day.
David.
David.
Oh.
Any DC character. The first DC character you think of. The first DC character you're like, I like that character.
What's that?
I might.
What's
What?
that guy there? That person that can switch bodies. with
Hijack.
people?
Oh, Dead Man? You can like possess bodies?
I was thinking more along the lines of Deathstroke's kid there.
Oh, Jericho.
Yeah.
Alright, Jericho and Blue Beetle are like the training kids.
And
Blue
then Raffi gives us an in-training kid, and we'll just call it Trinity almost.
Let's see. Maybe, I probably should have thought of this before I put it out there, huh?
Right?
Let's see. We got a guy that can possess people. We got a guy with an alien suit. I think we should maybe get a magical person in here.
Yeah, just Dr.
my-
Fate. Just throw him in there.
My first thought was like Raven because she's like very initiate.
Raven's every answer. Like, why didn't you even go with Raven?
I wanted something different. And then,
Oh.
Lord behold, I didn't know any other characters.
Yeah,
I don't know anybody else. I was just, whatever.
Whatever. I'm gonna say Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing?
Swamp thing.
Because it's like, the Justice League protect the Earth. You know who else protects the Earth? Fucking Swamp Thing. And I feel like there'd be a
But
thing.
can he protect himself?
There'd be a thing where it's like Justice League's like, if we don't do this, every human on Earth will die. And it'd be like, so as long as the plants are fine. No, Swamp Thing. We protect everybody, but like plant life though. Swamp Thing.
Does Swamp Thing hate vegans?
I don't know, man. He hates winter, so I can relate to him on that angle.
Yeah.
Good things are biggest in
Hates
New Hampshire.
winter. I'm weak in the winter.
He is.
Huh.
If he's stuck in like a winter climate for too long, he'll just deteriorate.
Huh.
I don't think he dies because like he can't really die, but he just kind of
pine trees though. Those pine trees seem to be fine in winter.
just
right,
hugs a
Katie?
pine tree. Hold me.
This guy.
Secret.
Every plant bends to his whim. Pine trees lost in the winter.
Pine trees are like, I don't give a fuck.
So that's our Justice League team: Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Swamp Thing, Blue Beetle, and Jericho.
It's just like, alright, yeah, you know, like normal Justice League. Swamp Thing. Okay, so they're doing like a mystical story. Blue Beetle. Okay, Jericho. What the fuck? Like
Who? But yeah, that's our Justice League team, and that's our 100th episode.
woo.
Holy crap!
We did 100.
Did 100. Get ready for Weekly Flip Rebirth,
We flip 3 bird.
where we all get younger and dead people come back to life, and
And Wally West resets the universe.
yep, and we all remember our past lives, and yeah, and the Watchmen show up,
Yeah,
and it's
the
a big
Watchmen are
thing.
gonna show
Yep,
up.
Rorschach's gonna be on
I'm
next
just gonna be
episode.
introduced as fucking Dr. Manhattan now from now on.
Dr. Seth Manhattan.
Dr. Seth Manhattan. That's my name.
Manhattan man. Yeah, but go to thepanbay.podbean.com for all the podcasts we do, panbay.blogspot.com to read everything I write. We are on Facebook, Twitter, and we're on YouTube. If you're listening to this on YouTube, thanks. And we'll see you guys next week. Goodbye.
Peace.
Bye.